Hey folks, Gene Galin here with the Chatham Journal. I got Mark Hewitt, our local potter, and we're here at the new Hampton Inn, grand opening, and Mark's standing in front of his, is this like your wall of honor? No, all this artwork is your artwork.
That's right.
And how did this come about?
Well, I don't exactly know, but I think that the people running this whole venture had gone to stay at the Umstead Hotel in Cary that has a bunch of my artwork in it, and my name was on their list. And then I have a good friend who is one of their early project managers who mentioned my name also. So they started coming out, and in conjunction with other designers, they figured out they could put a display like this together. And over the course of time, they refined it. I figured out what kind of pieces I thought would look really good here, and then we all came together, they made some selections, and then we had a really fun time installing it a couple of weeks ago, and here we are. It's been a wonderful experience all around.
Well, I was going to say, it's not like it's hidden away in some corner. It's in one of the main entrances here.
Front and center. I must give credit to the Hampton Inn and Malcolm Bryant for deciding to use a lot of local Chatham County artists. Of course, I'm here right front and center, but there's tons of art all around the hotel from other artists in the community. So I'm really pleased to be part of it all.
Yeah, I was going to say the interesting thing is when I interviewed him a couple of years ago when they had the groundbreaking, he said this was one of the plans he was having for this hotel, and it looks like he came through.
Well, the other thing is actually part of the budget requirement for new buildings going into Chatham Park, that they include Chatham artists' work. And so I got to thank the town board as well for insisting that these organizations go above and beyond the call of duty. And it pays off in the long run because they get something that's not generic. It's representative, reflective of the community in which they're building their buildings.
All right, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of art up there.
Yeah.
How did the process of you, or was it like a committee deciding which pieces of art were going to go up there?
There wasn't committee. I make what I make, and then with their designers and with Malcolm Bryant's own opinions, they all by committee, I think, decided what they wanted and how they were going to arrange it. So.
All right, so you've got pots up there, and you also have several plates.
Yeah.
But you're known primarily for stuff like this.
Well, yeah, I'm known for a lot of stuff.
I know you're known for a lot of stuff,
but I seriously, I think I can make mugs that are every bit as monumental as one of these big pots, and that's at least what I try and do. And they're more intimate. You actually, not everybody can afford one of these, but you can afford a mug, and people take one of their mugs home and they use it every day. They're having coffee with me. They're hearing and seeing and feeling my voice every time they pick up a plate, pick up a mug, put it in the refrigerator, and it's, my pots are very functional, daily part of people's routines.
Is this all recent pottery?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's all within the last year.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like vintage pottery, it's the latest Mark Hewitt pottery.
Oh yeah.
All right, what was the inspiration behind this pot right here?
Well, I love big pots, and my work is really a synthesis of global folk pottery traditions. And this vast shape you see all over the place, whether it's in China, West Africa, water jars, vases with long necks that you see in old European folk pottery communities. And so I've sort of combined a lot of elements, not only from there, but also North Carolina, in terms of glaze materials that went into the glazing on here. These blooms that you see, this is like an abstract floral motif. These are the flowers, these are the stems. That's blue stained glass scraps that I pushed into the clay when it was soft. And that is a reference to an old North Carolina folk pottery tradition from the Catawba Valley area of western North Carolina.
So even though this is new stuff, it has a long history.
Oh yeah. My work is a synthesis of all sorts of different traditions and materials. So, I'm a product of the modern world, but I love studying history and giving my voice to these beautiful old traditions.
Now you mentioned you helped put this up 2 weeks ago. Were you up there on a ladder, or did you have to?
They had a scissor lift to get everything up there.
All right. How much does this pot right here weigh about?
Probably 175 pounds.
All right. So it's not easy to move around.
No, it's relatively straightforward, really.
All right.
And you know how long it took me to make it?
Excuse me?
You know how long it took me to make it?
Actually, that was the next question I was going to ask.
69 years and 2 days.
Wait a
So
minute.
basically, it takes me a day to make a pot like this, and maybe half a day to decorate it. But I usually allow 2 days.
So you said it was 69. So are you telling me the concept of this specific?
Well, I'm 69.
Okay. You didn't start when you were like 6 months
but
old.
it's an accumulation of experience.
All right.
You don't just turn around in 2 days and make that thing.
Well, it's interesting you say that because the artist over there that's painting said the same thing. He says your mind starts collecting all these ideas from the time you're born, and this is like the expression of your ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
The plates up there, what's the history behind those?
Well, big platters are part of the ceramic world, potter's repertoire. People love putting lots of food on big plates. They also look fantastic, hung up on a wall, and they're in a way more painterly because they've got a big, wide, flat surface, and you can do all sorts of cool patterns and decorative markings on them. So I love making those as much as I like making so-called hollowware. A plate or a platter is flatware. This vase is hollowware.
When's your next big pottery sale? Because folks, he's just down the road that way.
No, I got a sale coming up on Black Friday and the weekend of Black Friday. It's the 29th and 30th, 1st of December, and then the following 2 weeks in conjunction with the Chatham County studio tour.
Yeah.
It's the 7th and 8th and the 14th, 15th.
What do you enjoy most about those sales?
I like talking to the people, and they seem to like my work, but it's really the sales become like family reunions, and I get to see folks several times a year when they come on out to see what I've been making. It's always very nice when they buy things, and it's just an exhilarating series of days when I get to talk about my work and people smile, tell me they like my stuff, and I feel like I've become part of their lives.
Well, you got a nice piece of property too, so people can just walk around and see. And like you said, you got small stuff to the big stuff as well.
Yeah, I got stuff for every price range, and it's fun.
Now, how does your wife put up with you doing all this stuff?
Well, the way I describe it is I pedal really fast and she steers. She's the brains behind the operation. She's the administrator. She's got a whole bunch of other stuff that she does as well, but we communicate every day about what's going on, what's going to be happening, how we're going to organize things. She really helps coordinate everything with regard to this particular sale. She does a lot of gophering. She's an endless support, and I really am lucky. And I know other potters who are envious of the fact that I've got somebody who's as supportive as Carol is.
Anything else folks need to know?
No, get in touch, go through our website, it's Mark Hewitt Pottery or hewittpottery.com. You can sign up on the contact list and come out and see us.
All right, folks, you cannot take could they buy this right here? No.
They can't buy this. This belongs to the Hampton Inn.
Okay.
But they can buy equivalent parts at our place.
Right. So if you want a Mark Hewitt original, you cannot touch any of this stuff here. It belongs to the hotel. But you can go to the Mark Hewitt Pottery and get yourself something unique gift, because it's not something that's mass produced, and it's one of a kind.
It's a reflection of me. It's a reflection of this place and the history of this place. you get more than just a pot.
All right, you started this 69 and a half years ago, but when did you actually set up your shop down the road?
We've been in Pittsboro since 1983.
Okay.
I had my first firing in 1984. We just had our 40th anniversary firing.
All right.
So these pots came out of my 111th firing of this huge kiln that I've got the size of a school bus, but shaped like an upside down boat.
Yeah, I've been inside of that kiln. Not when it's on fire, but it is impressive.
Yeah, wood burning.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but someone's got to do it.
All right, so folks,
Hey.
look, do not touch, and go over to Mark Hewitt Pottery and get yourself something for Christmas.